So the first tip I have for you is one that has probably helped me out the most, and that is to use the Pomodoro method, which is basically just working in intervals. So you're working for a set amount of time and then you have a break for a set amount of time. I usually work for 25 minutes and then take a break for 5. You can obviously adjust the time to whatever works best for you. There's actually an app that can do this for you, which brings me to my second tip, and that is to not go on your phone. If you have enough self-control to just set your phone down and not go on it while you're studying, that's great, but I don't. So I use the app Flora, which makes you stay off your phone. You're basically growing this little tree, so you can only stay in the app or lock your phone, but if you leave the app to do anything else, it kills the tree. I get so much work done so quickly when I do this. My next tip is to romanticize school. This may sound dumb, but it genuinely does work to keep you motivated. Go on Pinterest and look at pictures of pretty notes or college campuses. Go on YouTube, watch a bunch of back to school videos. If you're watching this video right now, you're already on track. There are so many good videos out there to help motivate you for school. I have a bunch if you want to check those out. I personally like watching Day in My Life. People usually film those on their most productive days, like myself, so it's usually pretty inspiring. I also like watching old back to school videos. I'm talking like Bethany Moda, Alicia Marie, Aspen Ovard, all of those YouTubers. By the way, I recently found out that Alicia follows me on Instagram and Remy Cruz is subscribed to me, which is insane. I was so excited when I saw both of those. That is the biggest honor. Anyways, those videos just heal my inner child and just get me excited about school again. My next tip that really helps me focus is listening to music while I study, but it can't just be any music. It has to be the lo-fi study hip-hop videos on YouTube. I love those so much. It's just the perfect vibe for studying, and I've listened to them so much now that it's like my brain just knows that when that music is on, it's time to be productive. My next tip that goes along with that is to use noise-canceling headphones if you have them. Honestly, any headphones would work if you just turn up the volume. Blocking out all other noise makes you feel like you're in your own little world and nothing else matters except for what you're working on. I feel like it really helps me get my work done faster. Hi guys, I just got home from school. I'm just popping in to tell you guys about today's sponsor, which is Opera. Thank you so much to Opera for sponsoring today's video. My next tip to be productive during the school year is to use Opera. If you didn't know, Opera is a free web browser and it has so many cool features. You can experience faster, restriction-free browsing with Opera's free built-in VPN. Smoothly sync your data and send files between Opera on Mac, Windows, Linux, iOS, Android, and Chromebook. Opera's no-log VPN protects your browser privacy on Android and desktop. This is great because it goes along with one of my tips, which is to change up where you're working. So that could mean going to a coffee shop and connecting to their Wi-Fi. Opera's VPN will keep you protected. You can also stay organized with Opera's pin boards. Their pin boards can collect pictures, links, music, files, and notes. Since school has started, I've been using these a lot to save my readings for classes. It also makes it really easy when I'm looking for sources for an essay because I have all my readings organized in one place. The way I've been doing this is just clicking the pinboard icon when I'm on the website that I want to save, choosing the pinboard I want it on, and click add to pinboard. It's so easy. Pinboards can also help with a bunch of other things like planning trips, making vision boards, online shopping, you name it. Also with Opera, you won't miss a single new release with Spotify and YouTube Music in your sidebar. I added Apple Music, which is great for another one of my tips, which is to play music while you're working. I just play my little lo-fi study music on my browser and it's so easy. Opera also has Messenger and social media incorporated into the sidebar for your study breaks. So definitely go check it out. Click the link in the description below to download Opera. The next tip is to take breaks. If you're not taking breaks and you're forcing yourself to get a ton of work done at one time, you are going to get burnt out so much quicker. Just go easy on yourself. Go outside and take a walk or watch some TV after you finish some homework. If you're doing the Pomodoro method, you're using those little 5-minute breaks, but I'm not really talking about that. After you've done a few of those intervals, take a longer break. This kind of only works if you don't procrastinate, which is my next tip. Do not procrastinate. This is so much easier said than done, and I know that, but just think about how good it feels when you're ahead. You feel so much relief when it's Friday and all of your Sunday night assignments are already turned in. It's so hard not to procrastinate because obviously you don't want to do your work, but it is so worth it to just get it done. It's like when you don't want to go to the gym, but you feel so good afterwards. You never regret going. My next tip is to really prioritize self-care. School puts you through a lot mentally, so just make sure you're taking care of yourself. It can be little things like taking a bath, lighting some candles, journaling, or it could be on a deeper level like going to therapy therapy. This next tip is kind of a dumb one, but it's to have something to snack on or drink while you're working. I'm more of a drinks person myself. It motivates me so much to just have something to sip on while I'm doing my work. My drinks of choice are strawberry lemonade, Coke, and sometimes coffee, but the majority of the time I'll just fill up my water bottle with some ice water and try to drink a couple of those. My next tip is to have a clean workspace. This helps so much. I just feel so much more productive when I'm not in a messy room. Even just taking 5 minutes before you sit down to do your work and just cleaning things up makes a huge difference. The next tip kind of goes along with that, and it is to have a comfortable workspace. I cannot work well when I'm uncomfortable, so make yourself comfy. Maybe that's laying on your bed, maybe that's on your couch, maybe that's just sitting up at your desk. I know some people feel more productive when they are at a desk rather than like doing work in their bed or something. Whatever works best for you. Next tip is to make lists. It is so ridiculously satisfying to cross things off a to-do list. I like making to-do lists specifically with pen and paper. I have a little notepad that I usually do it on. And this brings us to our next tip, which is to get cute school supplies or decorate ones that you already have. I love all of my notebooks and notepads, and it really does inspire me to get my work done. I also love using colorful pens when I make my lists and colorful highlighters when I'm doing any readings or things that I need to annotate. Basically, just do whatever you can to make your schoolwork cute, because guaranteed you'll want to do it more. My next tip is to change up where you study. I did this in one of my college day in my life videos last year, where I just tried to find a bunch of different places on campus to do my work. Switching up the location can just help things not get so boring. So you could go to a coffee shop, you could go to the library, find a table on campus, things like that. Or if you're just in your house, I would still recommend changing up where you study. Sometimes I'll sit at my desk, sometimes I'll do my work in bed, just whatever I'm feeling. And the next tip is to dress up for school. If you have time before your classes, do whatever it is that makes you feel confident, whether that's doing your makeup, doing your hair, picking out a cute outfit, or all of the above. Or on the flip side, the next tip is to treat yourself by dressing lazy. So the night before, pick out like a cute comfy outfit, like, I don't know, t-shirt and sweats or something. Sometimes I'll purposely plan to do this when I know I haven't been getting enough sleep. So I'll let myself sleep in like an extra 20 minutes because I know I'm not going to use that time for my hair or makeup. So those are all the tips I have for you guys. I hope this could help you. If you liked this video, I have a bunch more college videos on my channel. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.